Okay, you gotta tell me what an ornithologist is.
The hint is in his nickname. He was the Birdman.
Okay. Has nothing to do with like looking up somebody's nose or anything. It's just about birds.
Why would you look up someone's nose to look for birds? There's the paradox of living in a hairy
Hairy area.
area. No, in a heavily touristed area. Berkeley's a hairy area.
And it's not Carl with the C either. It's Carl with a K.
That's even worse. That's even grosser. Let's all grow up. Welcome to Hella Foggy, a podcast about the Bay Area.
He's Greg, and I'm Wayne.
We're two Bay Area natives from both sides of the bay.
Our podcast gets a little ranty.
A little sentimental.
Sometimes informative.
But mostly pointless.
Basically, it's just us trying to make sense of this weird place we love and call home.
So grab a clam chowder bowl.
And enjoy Hella Foggy.
Hello, Wayne.
Hello, Greg. How are you?
I'm well.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you for asking, Wayne.
You sound much better today.
I wish I could say that we figured out the audio, but it's just whatever elf is in charge of our audio decided to do his job today.
Apologies to our listeners. We didn't actually mention it in the last episode because we weren't aware of it really until later on.
You don't have to apologize. This is a free podcast. They're getting what they paid for.
All right. Well, you got half of a good audio last time, so
yeah.
But we it sounds like we got it fixed, and let's just move on.
Let's not even worry about
it. Yeah.
It's in the past. Let the past be the past.
Can I mention something really quickly about the past again, though?
Yeah.
Just a quick take back from last time.
Oh, brother.
We did mention the city of Aptos. Yes.
Yep.
We sort of mistakenly thought it was in the Bay Area, in Marin.
Right.
But it's not. It's actually just past Santa Cruz along the coast.
Yeah, so that's the Monterey Bay. That's not even the Bay Area.
It's the wrong Bay Area altogether.
And it was kind of, I'll be honest, like we mentioned Aptos very much in passing. It was not...
It was a quick...
Yeah, it wasn't like a big chunk of content.
We're spending more time about it right now than we actually did in the previous episode.
Exactly.
Okay. So should we move on?
We should move on.
Let's move on.
We should discuss a sad event.
Yeah.
That happened recently. That the sad event didn't inspire the podcast, but it involves a person who inspired the podcast for sure.
Yeah.
And it was Doug McConnell. He passed. Sadly last week, right?
Yeah, I believe on Monday. He was a very popular, well-known
local personality, would you say?
Local personality, for sure.
Local broadcaster.
Yeah. He made an impact on a lot of people. So
yeah, and it was a show that I think was loved by a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
It was a local show. Well, he had a couple local shows. He started with a show called Mac and Muttley, which it involved him scooting around Northern California with his dog, Muttley.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd have little adventures. Right?
I think sometimes it was very related to just general interest, but I think they sort of brought in the animal aspect a lot of the times.
They forced the dog to do things.
I wonder if it was his dog, or was it just like
a loner?
A loner, or a union dog.
Well, maybe.
I don't know.
Do you think a dog would enjoy that kind of stuff, like going windsurfing?
Or jumping out of a plane.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, there was a lot of the dog wearing goggles in a silly way.
Yeah, skiing down a slope in Tahoe,
getting shot out of a cannon, getting tased on camera.
Oh, jeez.
He never tased Muttley. No. I don't want people to think like Doug McConnell, rest his soul, was abusing Muttley. No. But that show was not the show that was the big Doug McConnell show.
The thing that launched him into this next show that he was on, which he essentially took over Bay Area Backroads on KRLN. So,
We've discussed Bay Area Backroads, but as a reminder, Bay Area Backroads was Doug McConnell cruising around maybe overlooked places in the Bay Area and kind of local stuff that people could go check out. And it was actually an interesting show. He was kind of very TV host-ish, I think. He had big blonde hair and
good-looking guy,
acid wash jeans, but it was a cool show. I remember this was when we were teenagers. Yeah.
Well, actually, he didn't take over the show until I think '93. So you would have been. you would have been in your 20s by then.
Yeah, you would have still been a wet behind the ears punk. But I was.
Yeah, I was still in diapers,
and I was very mature, and I smoked a pipe. So.
Yeah. Your purple smoking jacket,
which I'm wearing right now.
Perfect.
But I would have to say that, like, when we first started talking about doing a podcast, we both came to the idea of doing a sort of lame-ass art version of...
Yeah, Bay Area Backroads meets Evening Magazine meets My Living Room.
Right. But a lot of pressure being put on the my living room aspect of it because we haven't gone anywhere at all.
We're not going anywhere for a while, so until this thing really takes off.
So thanks, Doug McConnell, for the inspiration, and here's to you.
Yeah.
Going down El Camino Royale, somewhere up there in the great beyond.
Yeah. So thank you, Doug.
Is the El Camino Royale, that's Bay Area, right?
Oh, yeah. It goes from South San Francisco because it turns into Mission at some point.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But it goes all the way, because it's in Marin.
It goes to Southern California, I think. What's it stand for?
The Royal Road.
Yeah. And there are these lamps along El Camino that if you continue beyond like the South Bay, it continues on. You'll see on the freeway, I think on like 101.
Yeah, they got them little lamps up. Even
every several miles, there's like a lamp.
So we should explain possibly what the hell we're talking about because we sound insane. But the El Camino Real is left over from when California was owned by Spain.
Yeah.
So it was the road that connected all the missions. And I guess the missions were set up in such a way that it was a day's ride between the missions.
Really? I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So that's all those towns. That's the San Bruno, San Juan Capistrano, Santa Barbara, San Jose. Those are all those Saint Spanish named towns were missions.
Okay. I live in a saint town. I live in San Mateo.
And you are a saint, Wayne.
Yeah.
Actually, Steve Martin had a book called Cruel Shoes that came out in the 80s. And one of the stories was called The Diarrhea Gardens of El Camino Real. So that's some cultural context. If you can pick up Cruel Shoes, it's a very funny book and very absurd. But, okay, yeah, it has diarrhea humor. But you know what? Grow up. Because that's part of life.
It's duty is a normal thing in life.
Wait, there was another thing, Wayne.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doug McConnell. We got that out of the way. Check that off the little list. We have a list, everybody. I know it doesn't sound like it, but we have a list. I want to suggest, Wayne, that we have a new segment.
Oh, yeah?
That would probably be a fairly irregular segment. I want to propose, when we do have a nice listener, we do a section called Hugbacks.
Oh, that's sweet.
Hugbacks. If we had...
like a warm, just, inviting hug from your aunt.
Right. And if we were professional podcasts, we'd have a little sting a little button at the beginning. We go,
sure,
Hugbacks. Oh. But we don't have that. But this is a comment from my Facebook friend, Adam, who grew up in the South Bay. Mm-hmm. And as you recall, we were talking about Lincoln High School.
In San Francisco, not in the South Bay.
Not in the South Bay.
Right.
Adam very graciously sent me this anecdote.
Yeah.
I had lunch at my mom's senior living community in Daly City today, and Biff, I love that name, Biff, one of her lunch buddies, was talking about how he graduated from Lincoln in the same class as Barbara Eden's younger sister.
Mm.
And this Barbara Eden's sister lady and her husband got married 2 days before Biff and his wife got married at St. Gabriel's. And by the same priest. I don't know where St. Gabriel's is. Do you know, Wayne?
San Francisco. It's in the Sunset.
And this is what blew my mind, because sitting 2 tables away was Roberta. You know who Roberta is?
I'm going to guess it's somebody famous.
It's B.D. Wong's mother.
What the? No.
Yeah, B.D. Wong, famous character actor.
But we talked about these 2 people.
I know. That's what's messed up.
In the most recent episode.
That's what's insane.
Yeah.
It's like Adam's day was situated around our content.
It was inherently linked to our content. Like, weirdly, our universes collided.
It's kind of eerie.
It is kind of eerie.
Well, but now here's the eerie part. This is going to blow your socks off, Wayne.
Okay.
All right. It's going to make you rethink everything about causality. Adam continues.
Yeah.
Then I got in my car and started the latest Hella Foggy episode.
No, wait. Take reverse. So he saw Barbara Eden's sister.
No, he saw Biff.
He saw Biff, who got married at
the same church as Barbara Eden's sister. Yep. 2 days after the sister lady got married.
Okay, copy that.
At St. Gabriel's.
In the Sunset.
Which is where you don't see the sun. So anyways, so the Sunset is a neighborhood in
San Francisco by the beach.
Right. But okay, so that's Barbara Eden is still, that's awesome.
Yeah. That's a pretty good call out, right?
That's great copy. But it continues, Wayne. That's the point. Because sitting 2 tables away was this presumably Roberta Wong, B.D. Wong's mother.
2 people who we mentioned that in that episode.
In the same senior living community in Daly City, plus a guy named Biff. And then Adam gets in his car and started listening.
To that episode.
To that friggin' episode. Also, he continues.
Oh, geez, there's more.
I live 3 blocks away from Lincoln High School.
That was the connector.
Oh, I have goosebumps. My God.
Of them all.
Like the hairs on my neck.
That is crazy.
Ah, man, this is a kind of...
Adam, that's amazing. You know, and what's funny is, I mean, it sounded like kind of went back in time.
Yeah.
Or went into the future. And guess where Biff is from?
Oh, Wayne. Oh.
Is that the Biff?
Oh, hell. Oh, wow.
What the heck?
I think...
Great Scott!
I think we've expanded the canon a little bit today. Not a little bit, a lot.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's eerie.
Yes, it's very eerie.
That's one listener did all that. It's like a Isaac Asimov story or a Ray Bradbury. It's just this eerie kind of like, oh, time is a flowing river and it's connecting in on itself. And Adam and Biff are there and at St. Gabriel's.
It's crazy. Yeah. And he has a sports almanac.
That's true. He's betting on baseball games because he knows the outcome already. I just want to do a podcast about Adam now. Evidently, he's a mystical dude.
Very cool.
From the future.
Or the past. We don't know.
I guess we should talk about the thing we're going to talk about, right? Wayne just went on vacation, everybody.
I did.
He's exhausted.
I'm a little exhausted. I got a little sick. I went on a cruise to Mexico.
Oh, wow.
I think you had mentioned I was channeling my inner 75-year-old.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wayne was texting me throughout, complaining about the food like he was 75. It was amazing. I'm watching the football game. What was it? You were watching the football game like in a chaise lounge or something?
Yeah, I was by the swimming pool. I was watching the playoff games. It was fun. It was fun to sort of just get away, get some warm weather. It's been pretty chilly in San Francisco for a while, and not until recently has it warmed up. It was nice to just kind of detach from the world a little bit. So I think we talked about travel. Travel is great, and you talked about Japan a little bit, and I've been to a lot of places in my life, and it helps you have some good perspective on places.
Yet, Wayne,
yeah,
we live in a heavily... This is the segue, ladies and gentlemen. We live in a heavily touristed area. Would you agree?
I would absolutely agree that this city itself and the entire Bay Area is a big draw for people.
But There is, and if you live in any heavily touristed area, you would understand this. There's the paradox of living in a hairy area. No, in a heavily touristed area. Berkeley's a hairy area. In a heavily touristed area, the paradox is you don't do the tourist stuff, right?
No, you don't. It's weird, right? I mean, you kind of live and exist, right? But the stuff that people come to see, the stuff that people are drawn to, isn't something that you normally do.
No, and if you are of a uncharitable disposition, you grow to resent the touristed areas even though you haven't experienced them.
Yeah.
And that's unfair, frankly.
Interestingly, since my parents were not from here, right?
Yeah.
So most of their contacts, their friends and everybody, were from either Hong Kong or whatever.
Right.
When they would come to visit San Francisco, we would do the tour guide deal.
Right.
Like that was our thing. Oh, we're going to take them to see the Golden Gate Bridge and Kuwait Tower. We're going to take them to go see, all the other places that everybody sort of wants to do on their checklist, right?
Yeah.
So
and what happened?
Then that's the only times I ever get to go, right? I don't necessarily go to Kuwait Tower just because I want to go to Kuwait Tower.
There's no reason to go to Kuwait Tower, really.
No.
It's beautiful.
The view from Kuwait Tower is amazing.
But it's very inconvenient.
Yeah, you got to drive up that round street to climb up to the hill.
And I want to emphasize, that part of the city, the hills are not a joke.
No.
Like, the hills are diabolical.
Oh, yeah. Steep. Especially in that North Beach area.
Ugh. Ridiculous. Oh, and then you and I were in Chinatown.
Yeah, that's a big draw.
A few months ago. What the hell was that, dude? Just trying to go up those hills. It was stupid.
You could slide down Chinatown.
Right.
You had like a
sled, a toboggan.
Yeah. If you had a toboggan, you could slide all the way down to the bay from Chinatown. But it is the oldest and largest, I believe, Chinatown outside of China.
In the whole world.
In the whole world. It's definitely the oldest. 1850s. I think maybe even Gold Rush. So like 1848, 1849.
Well, it would make sense.
Like my people came out here looking for gold.
I wasn't going to say that.
I think everybody was looking for gold.
No, I was just going to say the Gold Rush would make sense in general. You're the one that brought up, oh, they're looking for gold.
I know they were looking for gold. They came out here looking for gold. Everybody was looking for gold.
I guess. I mean, the thing you always hear, though, is like the people that made their money during the gold rush were the people that sold the picks, not the people that looked for gold.
Like Levi's?
Yeah. And then, they were selling eggs for $3 a pop in 1848.
It's like $100.
$3 an egg.
That sounds like 2 years ago.
I don't even like eggs. But the $3 in those days was I think it was $3,000.
A lot of people go to San Francisco to walk around Chinatown. Even me and Greg did the same thing. But yeah, there was a lot of tourists, even though it was in the middle of the week or something. Oh no, it was a weekend, right?
It was a weekend because it was
Fleet Week.
It was Fleet Week with those dumb jets
that we borrowed from Canada.
Yeah, we had the Canadian the Blue Angels. So Fleet Week is a big event. When is it? It's like Memorial Day or Labor Day or...
It's one of those days. Yeah, maybe Labor Day or...
Labor Day is the one in September.
Yeah.
And so it's the long weekend, and then so the Pacific Fleet of some variety, one of the... I don't know how they organize those things. The Navy does. But all these ships come in, and then the Navy hangs out, and then they fly their jets through the middle of downtown. It's very
all over the Bay Area, right? You can hear it in the middle of the day when you hear that.
And you hear it before you see it.
Yeah.
It's freaky. And then it's fine if you're a tourist, but if you're working in an office and some phantom... it felt like they were flying between buildings.
They're buzzing the tower, right? As they're flying through downtown San Francisco.
Like Mission Impossible, but it's not real because they don't have the bombs on the planes. But it's very loud and scary. Well, that's scary. You get used to it. But it's very... If you're not there to look at the flying planes, which are impressive because airplanes are cool because flying, but if you're just in an office and you're trying to get work done and you hear "Wah!" because a jet flew by your window, that's uncool. Navy.
Well, speaking of like offices, remember that? I think they stopped doing it. The noon.
Oh, the siren.
The siren, yeah, the siren at noon. Was it Wednesdays at noon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they just recently stopped that.
Well, it's like kind of a weird, antiquated thing. I think civil defense is important. I'm a patriot. Wayne, don't accuse me of being otherwise.
Never have.
It seems antiquated to like, hey, we got to test these horns.
Jump into a bomb shelter.
It seems like, and there wasn't. They did like 10 years ago or something. Mm-hmm. They played "I Left My Heart in San Francisco" over them for like Tony Bennett's birthday or something.
Oh, really? Do
you remember that?
Oh, wow. No. Well, I don't recall it, but that sounds awesome.
Well, it's awesome, but that means that the sounds aren't coming from the horns. There's like a central place where they have a tape of a horn going.
Yeah.
And they were able to like, oh, let's switch it up. Let's put a Tony Bennett tape in.
Some 98-year-old man is in a broadcast studio.
Oh, it's live?
With just that one tape that he plugs in every week on Wednesday at noon.
And he makes like,
and that's his life.
He makes like $380,000 a year because he's been doing it since 1960.
Yeah. We're going to give you a 1% raise every year.
He's the highest paid civil employee of the city and county of San Francisco.
Yeah. What else was there in San Francisco that people go see? Obviously Alcatraz.
There's Alcatraz.
Right. I've never been to Alcatraz. Have you been?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's pretty interesting.
Is it? Yeah.
It's cool. You get to ride a little boat.
Yeah.
And the bay right by Alcatraz is choppy as hell. So that's kind of fun because it feels like you're going to fall off the friggin' boat or whatever. Woo! And then, yeah, and so it's a federal property. Mm-hmm. And famously, Wayne...
Welcome to the Rock.
The Rock! Mm-hmm. But it was also taken over by Native Americans in the early 70s.
Oh, wow.
For months. Like, that was before it was made into, I think it's a national monument. And then so Native American, it was just sitting there unused. And so Native Americans squatted on the land that's theirs. I guess, is that technically squatting?
Lived there and claimed it.
Right. And it's not Hawaii. Mm-hmm. It's really like a rock, like Sean Connery mentioned.
Yeah.
The Rock. It's a gray rock in the middle of a very cold bay with a lot of seagulls pooping on stuff. But it's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool. It's always there. I thought it was man-made, but it's not.
No, it's an island.
Yeah.
And then Al Capone spent time there.
Famously.
And then there was the Birdman of Alcatraz, Robert Stroud.
Was that the guy that escaped?
No, that was Clint Eastwood. No, Robert Stroud was a guy, and I think he was there for murder, and he became an ornithologist while he was in prison.
Okay, you're going to tell me what an ornithologist is.
The hint is in his nickname. He was the Birdman.
Oh, okay. It has nothing to do with like looking up somebody's nose or anything. It's just about birds.
Why would you look up someone's nose to look for birds?
I don't know.
Do you know what a bird is, Wayne?
Flappy wings, yes, I know. But it just sounded like a medical thing. Like a ornithologist or whatever, And that's not even a real thing, by the way, probably.
This is our last episode, everybody.
I don't think there's any medical institutions claiming that they're gonna, shut us down if we make a wrong claim.
I never thought that. I'm waiting for us to talk about the Birdman of Alcatraz, and suddenly we're talking about ear, nose, and throat guys, and then
Let's talk about your little birds. Okay. Seagulls.
Yeah, so he became like an expert on the birds of the bay.
Okay.
At least the ones he could access at Alcatraz.
Interesting. Not that he's a murderer and whatever he was, right? But that he learned a new interest.
Well, that's kind of interesting. I don't know any murderers, but on Alcatraz there was a lot of murderers. He was also a bird expert.
Yeah. Remember in the Embarcadero area, right, by Embarcadero 4, there's that little park. Yeah. I used to walk past that when I would go to Muni. And there were these parrots that would just live in those trees, and they would be loud as hell.
Oh yeah, the parrots.
So yeah, they were like chirping. What do parrots do?
Well, chattering. They're loud bastards.
Yeah, those things were just like yakking away all day long, right? Or during a certain time, at least.
No one knows kind of where these parrots come from, and there's actually a cool documentary called The Parrots of Telegraph Hill. Okay. That's old, though. It's like maybe 25 years old. But no one knows where they come from, and they're gray parrots. And so it feels like they would start their morning on Telegraph Hill, which is like one of the giant, awful, monstrous mountain hills of San Francisco. And then in the afternoon, like late afternoon, they'd sweep down to that little park you were talking about. And then they would hang out there. And I don't know what they were doing. It didn't seem like they were looking for food or anything. I think that was just how they spent their days.
Like these big, tall trees that they would just sort of live in, right? And they'd fly out once in a while, but you could just hear them from like blocks away.
And they were healthy looking. They weren't like all ratty and gross like pigeons. Oh, they looked like plump little bright-eyed
parrots
in the middle of San Francisco for some reason. I love the parrots. The parrots are like a genuinely magical thing. We should also, we can talk about this offline, but I think we should do what we can to maybe smuggle some monkeys in.
But they have that at the zoo?
Yeah, just let them. Well, yeah, if we're cruel bastards, but like let's let them go. Why not have the monkeys of Telegraph Hill?
No.
Or Russian Hill?
No.
Let's move it. Coal Valley. They can have monkeys.
They'll throw their duty all over the place. That's disgusting.
What do you think the parrots are doing? They're not going in toilets.
Yeah, that's true. But sometimes when you get hit by a bird, it's good luck, right?
That is a lie. You just made that up.
No, I go buy a lottery ticket every single time I get hit by a bird. I don't win.
Oh, and that's true. That's why you're very wealthy now, because you keep winning lottery tickets.
You get shat on by birds all the time. Weirdly enough, when I was a kid, I remember being very scared sometimes of like large flocks of birds because of the movie The Birds, right? For people of a certain age, right? That was a horror flick, essentially, that everybody remembered just being attacked by birds, and that was San Francisco. So,
well, it was. I want to say that was Bodega Bay.
Yeah, well, it's Bay Area then. So
yeah, it wasn't San Francisco, but actually, that is.
Well, there's parts of it is in San Francisco, though. The movie itself, at least, right?
That is interesting because Hitchcock. Was Rear Window based in... No, Vertigo.
Vertigo,
was based in San Francisco.
Wasn't that part of the Fairmont? I guess. I can't even say it right now. The Fairmont.
But we spent so much time talking about Mrs. Doubtfire that we didn't cover the films of Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Who was arguably a more important director than whoever directed Mrs. Doubtfire or Freebie and the Bean. But I don't know, maybe we'll revisit movies someday. I like the idea that the movie that we mention the most is Mrs. Doubtfire.
Well, there's the other movie, right, that was actually set in San Francisco.
What?
The Maltese Falcon.
Well, don't try to change the subject.
Well, I'm expanding on it. I'm adding to the... Well, Jesus, there's more birds in this episode than I anticipated.
That's so beautifully organic that we started talking about one thing, now we're talking about friggin' birds. Friggin' birds. But getting back to tourist nonsense.
Oh, right. Well, Pier 39, right? If you go down to Pier 39, which is famous for one thing nowadays, are the sea lions, or the seals. I don't know. Sea lions, I think. I can't tell the difference, actually.
Yeah, the seals are usually wearing little clown hats.
Okay, so they're not seals.
Yeah.
They're sea lions. Last year, there were 2,100 sea lions that visited Pier 39.
That's excessive. That's so bizarre because it's weird that seals are so urban. I guess. So Pier 39, in case you don't know what Pier 39 is it was an old sucky pier that they turned into like a shopping mall full of touristy garbage. Like, and there's a carousel. But anyways,
Pier 39 is like a tourist attraction now.
yeah, and it was like in the 70s, right?
I think it was built, in the late 70s it opened.
Yeah. And I remember as a kid, it's like kids were, I went to Pier 39 this weekend. And then it seemed very exciting. And then I went as a child and it was hugely disappointing because it was like, it was just spending money instead of spending money to do fun stuff. It was spending money to buy garbage.
To buy stuff, yeah. Like I remember I was in a summer camp that had an outing to go to Pier 39.
Yeah.
And, my mom gave me like, hey, here's $5 to spend on whatever you need to get. I went to the magic store there.
Oh, that was a good magic store. I remember that.
Yeah, it was a cool magic store if you had the money to spend on something cool.
Yeah.
Right? But with whatever I had, which was barely anything, right? I came back with 3 foam balls. The type that you would be able to sort of magically hide in your hand, and if you had the dexterity to do it.
And no one noticed that they were made of foam.
Yeah. But, like a professional magician would be able to do it really, seamlessly and without, with this sleight of hand, right?
Can I break your heart and say that even when professional magicians are playing with foam balls, it looks fake?
It does look fake.
Because they're foam.
But from an 11-year-old's point of view, you're like, oh my God, how did he do that? Right? And he said, for $4.99, you can buy this pack of 3 foam balls and amaze your friends. So
that cost 3 cents to make.
Yeah. So you can imagine how happy my mom was when I came home with like these 3 foam balls.
I could have. Here's the laundry. It's the dryer balls from the laundry.
Yeah. Did you eat? No, but I bought these 3 foam balls.
If you have to take your makeup off, Mom.
Oh my God.
And then of course the OG is Fisherman's Wharf.
Yep. Yeah. Which is right by. I mean, they're all sort of like connected in that area.
Yeah, they're all walkable.
Yeah.
And then Fisherman's Wharf is insanity.
Yeah.
And that's another. So the bread bowl, we should talk about the bread bowl.
So there's the restaurant Bodine, right? The bakery.
Yeah.
That has been around for ages.
Yeah, primarily a bakery. They're a big sourdough.
They're famous for their sourdough.
Yeah.
And I guess the claim to fame is that every sourdough that's made from Bodine has a bit of the original sourdough starter in it.
Oh.
So it continues on, right? So you feed the starter with the previous batch or whatever. And it's a taste of San Francisco.
And it's very sour.
It's a very distinct flavor, right? I love it. I love sourdough bread.
Yeah. I love sourdough bread too. I don't know that I necessarily am on board with Bodines, but I like sourdough.
Yeah. Well, you went to Slow, so there's a lot of sourdough down there, right?
Yes.
They're famous for sourdough down in San Luis as well.
Famous is maybe grasping.
Well, they're known for it.
The point is, with the Bodine thing...
Back to Bodine.
You could get chowder in this bowl. They dig out the meat of the bread and just dump a bunch of chowder in there.
Yeah.
And you were saying it costs like $32.
It's insane now. It's such a delicacy, apparently. Or at least a draw for so many tourists that they charge like $32 now for a bowl of clam chowder. Pretty insane. But yeah, they sell them everywhere. Like that Bodine has stores. They sell them at the Giants ballpark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of a San Francisco staple. If you come to San Francisco, everybody wants to try it.
Well, it's a San Francisco staple for people who don't live in San Francisco. Because I think the only time, there was never a day where it's like, man, I could use 10 pounds of bread and some glue-like soup. It's not like I can safely say working down there for years, I never had the chowder bowl.
Well, I think we get a burrito on Broadway.
100% would rather have a burrito on Broadway.
What kind of beans?
There's the famous, like, if you don't know this, like, in June in San Francisco is miserable. It's very foggy and drizzly. It's called the June gloom. And it's actually all down the California coast.
Yeah.
Like, they have it in LA too, the June gloom.
Oh, it's the foggiest.
But it gets freezing. And so there's a Mark Twain quote that I think may be apocryphal, but he's the worst winter I've ever experienced was a summer in San Francisco.
Which apparently he never said.
Yeah, it's a good quote, though.
It's a great quote. For some reason, people attribute it to him.
I think Doug McConnell said that.
May he rest in peace.
Shout out. Rest in peace, Doug. So what's funny to see, if you're a cynical bastard, is tourists, primarily from Europe, in Fisherman's Wharf in June, dressed for
Los Angeles.
Yeah, for Baywatch.
Yeah.
And they're freezing their asses off. So the enterprising kind of touts of Fisherman's Wharf and Pier 39 and that
Chinatown, everywhere that your tourists are visiting.
Yeah. Yeah, so they'll sell these thin ass cotton ugly
sweaters.
Sweatshirts, right?
Yeah.
Let's say San Francisco on them for like $80.
Yeah, that's crazy.
In fact, if you're listening and thank you, A, and then B, if you're coming to San Francisco for any kind of tourist stuff, like June is wear layers, bring sweaters, bring a light coat because it gets cold. It'll warm up sometimes. It'll be a beautiful day, but like up until like 1 p.m, cold, damp.
Yeah, you're never prepared. And we laugh at it.
Oh, we laugh.
Yeah, it's not the weather that you expect.
No. So Bricks, who I'm housemates with, said that the fog has a name. Do you know anything about this?
I do. I don't know when it started though, but the name is Carl. Somebody named it Carl the Fog.
Carl the Fog. What does that even mean?
I wish I knew.
How can fog is particulate? So there's literally billions of Carls, little tiny Carls, maybe trillions of Carls. Because fog is essentially particulate.
Takes a long time to count then.
Well, who cares? Who's counting fog particles?
You got to greet them. It's a lot of greeting.
No, you don't. You know why? Because it's fog. It's water. That's my goal for this podcast. We're going to help people grow up.
And it's not Carl with a C either. It's Carl with a K.
That's even worse. That's even grosser. Let's all grow up. Like he's like the head of a forgotten German duchy or something like that.
If you know the person that named Carl, give us a comment. Let us know.
No, don't let us know.
I'm curious. Are we going to have just people coming out of the woodwork saying like, I'm Carl.
Wayne, have you noticed that people haven't been coming out of the woodwork for anything we do?
Adam, tell us who named Carl.
Adam, along with knows Biff and the guy. Maybe Biff named Carl.
Maybe Biff did it. Yeah.
Carl with a K. I have to say that phenomenon of being a tourist in your own town has benefits. Like sometimes it's really fun. Like an example, when my daughter was turning, I guess 12, her birthday is in January.
Okay.
She wanted to go to the Wax Museum in Fisherman's Wharf.
Mm-hmm.
And the beauty of it was like her birthday is the early part of January. So it's like kind of the hangover from Christmas. So there was nobody in Fisherman's Wharf. And we went to the Rainforest Cafe, kind of gross. But then we walked around Fisherman's Wharf in that area. I don't know. Maybe that's not Fisherman's Wharf where we were, but that general area. And it was so pretty because it was very foggy. All the neon was on and there was nobody. The street was empty and it was awesome. And it felt like we were in a movie.
Nice.
Yeah, it was cool. I do, like, very occasionally I like that corny stuff, you know?
You gotta do it once in a while, just to understand why people like this place. Well, the big thing that I think we didn't even mention yet, right?
What?
Is the bridge.
The Golden Gate Bridge.
Everybody wants to go see the Golden Gate Bridge. I love when you're driving up 19th Avenue, approaching Golden Gate Park, and you can see the tip of the bridge just sort of peeking out.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And then, of course, once you get past it, like it does open up, especially when it's not foggy and you see the bridge, and it's incredibly majestic.
Yeah. And it's cool. It sounds dumb and corny, but walking across the bridge is pretty spectacular.
Yes.
Because they do have the pathways on the side.
Yeah. It's 1 mile, right? 1 mile across.
Something like that. And then if you keep walking, you actually end up in Sausalito, which is a pretty little town on the Marin side.
Yeah.
And then also on the other side, on the San Francisco side, there's Fort Point, the story of which. So Fort Point is an old Civil War fort, right?
Yeah.
The guy who designed the Golden Gate Bridge loved Fort Point so much that the last stretch of Golden Gate Bridge before you get into San Francisco is not a suspension bridge. It's an arched bridge.
Oh, really?
Because he wanted to save Fort Point.
Oh. So there's something that goes over Fort Point, like the beginning of the bridge.
Yeah, so you're looking up and you're looking underneath this beautiful Art Deco bridge.
An arch.
And it's like you're in a time machine because you're in the Civil War, but if you look up, you're in the late 30s or the 40s or something.
The Golden Gate Bridge was finished in 1937.
Okay.
And the only reason I know that is I remember going to the 50th birthday or anniversary of the bridge in 1987. And because they had closed off the bridge and had everybody actually walk onto the bridge.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
But that was, so 87.
I remember my aunt lived in the Richmond, and so when we walked from there all the way to the bridge, we crossed the park and get to the bridge. And by the time we got to the front of the bridge, maybe where that arch is, they shut it off. They had to tell people to go back. They turned people away because the bridge was starting to dip.
Yeah, the bridge was like bouncing.
Yeah, the weight of all those people was more than the amount of cars that it normally takes on.
Well, and cars move fast and people move slow.
Yeah, but I do remember that. That was really cool.
What are your experiences with cable cars?
I work right in front of the California line right now.
Yep.
I hear it all the time. So that's pretty cool. And it's that iconic, shot up, the steep hill of California. When I walk into my office, I can, depending on what time of day, you have this beautiful shot of California Street.
And the thing with the cable car is they're a terrifying Victorian technology that's scary if you think about it.
You're just gripping a cable.
Yeah, a cable that's like running eternally underneath the street, and there's a slot, and then the cable car driver, all they're doing is clamping onto the cable at appropriate times, and it's terrifying. If you're
to drag you up or slow you down from falling.
Right? Yeah, and it doesn't go to any place where anyone would actually want to commute to. It's very impractical.
Unless you live on that street, right? Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to a fancy hotel from a fancy residential neighborhood, perfect. It's the best. But
yeah, it's that iconic, picture that everybody wants to take, right? Hanging off the side of the cable car.
And that's
the hopping on
friggin' Rice-A-Roni commercial.
Yeah, the San Francisco treat.
Bing bing. I like that San Francisco has named hills.
Yeah, because we have enough to name them.
Yeah.
Instead of just the hill, right? Which hill?
Russian Hill.
Nob Hill.
Telegraph. That other one.
Now we just ran out of hills.
What's the one where Anchor Stream was?
Potrero Hill.
Potrero is where Anchors. And Goat Hill.
Goat.
Where Goat Hill pizza is delicious. Delicious pizza on Goat Hill.
But yeah. So there's that.
Yeah, this was weird. Man, we're chatty little goofs today.
But yeah, it's time to wrap it up, buddy.
Yeah. And here's to Adam. Here's to Biff.
Biff, let me know who I should bet on this weekend.
Right. Here's to Doug McConnell.
Doug McConnell, yep. And Muttley.
And Muttley, wherever he is.
Wherever he is now.
Probably stuffed at the McConnell estate under a glass bell.
With goggles on.
Yeah.
on a snowboard.
Ah, Muttley. We hardly knew ye.
Yeah. Good episode.
All right, Wayne.
All right, Greg.
Time to wrap it up.
Till the next time.
Yeah. Also, people, let us know what you think. Leave a comment. Leave several comments. Share with your friends. Don't share with your friends. Maybe you don't like your friends. I don't know.
Yeah, some of the open questions that we had. If you can answer them, great.
Yep.
Let us know.
All right.
All right, Greg. We'll catch you next time.
Hella Foggy. It's a podcast.
Episode 7. In the can.
Bye.
Adios.
Are you okay, Wayne?
I was coughing. Sorry.
Do you need a ginger ale or something?
Need a lozenge?
Or a lozenge? A ginger ale flavored lozenge? That'd be delicious, actually.
That sounds amazing right now.
Yeah. I kind of want to talk about that for a while.